Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. In today's video, I will be creating this art piece of a girl sitting in a flower field and in front of her is a bear. So this is, it has like a realistic concept, but it's not really that realistic because you shouldn't be sitting that close in front of a bear. But I had this idea a long time ago. I was just sitting in bed about to fall asleep and I just thought, you know what would be really pretty is if a girl was sitting in a flower field and there was a bear in front of her. I guess I got that idea because I've been watching a lot of anime lately, and you know, in the opening cards they have like these really dramatic scenes and it'll like pan from one scene to the other, and I just imagine this could be like an opening scene, or in the opening song this could be a scene in that opening song. So I had that idea and I felt like I needed to paint it. I needed to create this, put the idea on paper. So for this piece I used mixed media. So at the beginning I used mainly watercolor just to get a flat layer of color down, and then later on I use gouache, and then at the very end I use acrylic. And I do that because I want the piece to be more opaque, and also because at the beginning I drew flower petals flying in the air. So she's in a flower field and it's windy, so the flowers are like just flying in the air to the right, and I knew the gouache wouldn't be that visible over already opaque gouache, so I had to resort to using acrylic paint. So for the sky, I really wanted it to be somewhat like a sunset, and I don't know if the sky is that realistic looking. I wasn't really aiming for a realistic approach to this. I kind of just wanted to do what I wanted to do. I wasn't really aiming for a realistic approach. Oh, sorry, that was my phone, which I will put on silent right now. But so I wasn't really aiming for a realistic approach, and as you can see, I'm painting the foliage, the trees and the bushes. I'm not going to even pretend to be able to pronounce that word. But while I was painting this, I just felt like the sky still needed something. Like the pink and the blue sky looked really good, but I just feel like it needed something more, and I decided to put a sun in it, which I'll show later, which I'm showing right now. So at this point in the painting, I've been using gouache exclusively, and for the sun I used like a yellowish, kind of a darker yellow color and a pinkish color. I mixed a little bit of pink into that yellow so I can make this orangey color, but with a pink tint to it. So I used that, and I wanted to have the sun's rays, like the sun's rays just expanding into the sky, just spreading out into the sky. But I feel like I don't know, it didn't come out that well the first time, so I try to cover that up later with clouds, as you will see shortly. So I'm putting a little more blue because I felt like there was a greenish tint because I was using yellow gouache on top of already blue gouache, and gouache reactivates very easily, so it turned out a little greenish towards when I was making the sun. So I put a little blue, but that didn't really help any much. But in fact, that might have made it worse. So that's also a reason I decided to put clouds, as you can see right now. And I'm making the clouds kind of look purplish because I wanted them to have like kind of a purplish tint to them, or like a pinkish tint with the yellow rays, like, because the clouds are not opaque, they like light could pass through them. So I wanted like the clouds to have like a yellowish tint, a pinkish tint to them. It was just my idea, and also the reference photo I was using, I saw that and it looked so pretty, like the clouds with like the the yellowish pinkish tint. It just looks so pretty. And I think adding the clouds really helped, especially like you don't notice the green a lot. You still notice it a bit, but it looks so much better. So for her dress, I decided to make yellow. I initially thought I should make it red, but I don't know, part of me didn't want to make it red. I felt like that would just put too much interest in her. I feel like when you add red to a piece, if there's not already a lot of red in the painting already, it kind of like brings your attention to her, and I didn't want all of the attention to be on her. I wanted the attention to be on her and the bear, and I didn't know how to add red to the bear. I mean, I could have a red bear, but that would be that would be a little too much. And now I'm just adding more foliage because it got covered up by the clouds, because I had decided to do clouds. So for this background, for this painting, I really wanted to think about the painting process. So I made a conscious effort to paint from the background forward to the foreground. So that's why I paid a lot of attention to the sky at the beginning, and then laid out the green watercolor paint on the grass before, so I could just get an idea of how the painting would be. So I really paid attention to when I should paint certain things, which is why the girl came out probably last, and the flowers came out even more last. That sounded weird. The flowers came out last. So right now I'm just trying to get the grass to have some dimension. I do have trouble drawing grass fields or flower fields. I don't know, I just need more practice in figuring out how to make them look nice, especially the flowers, because you don't want to spend like too much detail on each and every flower, but you want it to look like it looks like you put a lot of effort, but really you didn't. I don't know. I need to what's the word? I need to master that technique. That's what I'm trying to say. So this is about the time I'm starting to use acrylic. So I made the flowers pink because I don't know, I kind of like the pink flowers. Pink flowers are really pretty. And I didn't want to make it blue because that would just there's the sky, it would look weird. I thought it would look weird. I don't want to make it purple either. So I decided to draw like I said before, I wanted flower petals to be flowing to the right. So I did that with acrylic paint. And now you can see I'm adding some red, which I kind of regret right now, to her dress. But overall, I really like how this painting turned out, and it's my first big artwork in a while, but I really enjoy how it came out, and I used some ink just to add her eyelashes, but I really like it, and I hope you enjoy the video. I'm sorry I'm ending this so suddenly. I never know how to end videos, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you like this art. I definitely want to do more art like this, which is like kind of whimsical, and animals and people together. Anyway, I'll end the video. So thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Bye!